Are you making a move to Maryland? Well, in this video, here's what I'm going to do. Number one, I want you to stop packing. Don't pack another box. Don't pick up the tape gun. Don't wrap another dish. None of it, because this video is going to highlight things that local Marylanders wish you knew before moving to Maryland. And we're getting started with it right now. All right, now the first item you really got to pay attention to, and I've said this before and it's nothing new, so it's becoming repetitive because it's important, is the traffic patterns here in Maryland. Let's face it, the Baltimore, Washington, D.C. corridor is one of the most heavily traveled areas in all of the United States, and especially from really about Columbia or even Laurel south down to Washington, D.C., honestly, guys, is a disaster in the morning. So you really need to, when you're looking for a place in Maryland, make sure that commute that you're going to accept by either renting or purchasing a place here is going to be reasonable. And you really need to travel that commute before moving here during the time that you're going to be going to work or coming home from work. Because I'm telling you, what might be a 10-mile drive could take you 2 hours, especially in parts of DC. The other thing, you're going to want to hook yourself up with a Maryland Easy Pass, because more and more we are having toll roads pop up everywhere. And heck, they've even eliminated cash tolls at the tunnels. They're no longer there. You just go through and either the license plate reader is getting your plate or you're getting charged to your Easy Pass account. Highly recommend the Easy Pass account because it is cheaper than getting a toll notice in the mail, once a month, however often you go through the tunnel. So my friends, look, be cognizant of the traffic. It's not fun. You may want to explore alternative routes using back roads to get to your job or wherever you may need to go. Maybe it's school during your work week. All right, item number 2 on the list here today is you have options. You have plenty of housing options here in Maryland. If you want to live on the water along Chesapeake Bay, you can do it. Even grab an oceanfront home in Ocean City. If you want to live in city, you've got obviously Baltimore City, and you can even live in Washington, D.C. Now, my focus is not on D.C., and I don't handle D.C. real estate, and I can refer you to somebody, but you have the ability to live in a big city. Conversely, if you like a small, quaint town, you've got towns like Ellicott City, Laurel, you've got the Westminster, Tawnytown, Bel Air, Chestertown on the Eastern Shore. I mean, these are just great places to live that if you want that small town vibe and sort of the Cheers mentality where everybody knows your name when you're walking up and down the street, these are great communities to look into, okay? And I'm not saying that's all of the communities that we have here. There's plenty more just like it. I'm just trying to give you an example here. And then lastly, if you're just looking for typical suburban living, maybe you just want to live in a subdivision close to the interstate so you can do your commute in and out of Baltimore each and every day. Those are a dime a dozen. They're everywhere around here, okay? But just like I said in the last segment, you got to know that commute and what that's going to look like. And furthermore, those of you with school-age kids, if you're going to be utilizing the public school system, you're going to want to check out and make sure the public schools are going to be the right fit for you and your family. Now, real quick, before we get into the rest of the video and the things that Marylanders wish you knew before moving here, if this is your first time to our channel, number one, I want to welcome you. My name is Adam Taylor. I'm a local real estate agent here in the Baltimore metro area. And on this channel, we talk about all things Maryland. We talk about living here, working here, chilling here, and most importantly, getting out and having some fun in the great state of Maryland. So if you're interested in learning more, please consider hitting that subscribe button down below. Looks like the one right over my shoulder here. Don't forget to give the little bell a click. That way you're alerted every time we put out another video just like this one. Now, as I mentioned all the time, my team and I, we are receiving phone calls, text messages, emails, and people scheduling appointments that are looking to move here to Maryland, and we absolutely love it. So if you're thinking about making a move, we'd love to connect with you, but we just need one thing. We need you to reach out to us. So here's what I'd like you to do. Shoot us a text, shoot us an email, or schedule your own one-on-one Zoom appointment using the link down in the description below. These are the absolute best ways, guys, to get a hold of us and, more importantly, get your home search started here in Maryland. So with that said, let's get back into the video. I got a few more things that you really got to know before making your move here to Maryland. All right, now I think this one, you probably already have a good idea about things, but I'm going to share it with you anyway. Thing that Marylanders wish you knew before coming here is the total cost that you're going to have to pay for your home. Because the last thing you want to do, and really we don't like seeing our neighbors move in and out, we want them to stay in the home, is the total cost of what it's going to cost you to live in your home. Whether that is something you're renting or that is something that you are purchasing. And the reason I say that, I've just told you over and over, guys, the most expensive place to live, or the most expensive corridor, I should say, is from Baltimore all the way down to Washington, D.C. Think of Interstate 295 and riding the sides of 295 all the way down. Areas like Howard County, Anne Arundel County, Prince George's County, Montgomery County, all of these are very high-priced places to live. So you're going to look at property taxes. You're going to want to know your insurance rates. And those in water surrounding areas or waterfront property even, you're going to want to find out whether or not you are in a floodplain and if flood insurance is going to be needed. Because yes, hurricanes do happen. Tropical storms do happen. The bay does flood. I mean, heck, it's not even the Chesapeake Bay. You've got Annapolis. Annapolis floods out all the time, especially right in downtown Annapolis. So my point being here is you really got to dig into those details. In addition to that, let's talk about property taxes for a second. The highest property taxes in the entire state of Maryland are located in Baltimore City. So you're going to pay the most in Baltimore City. With that said, though, there may be a way for you to get a discount. If you buy a property that has been rehabbed, there's something called a CHAP, C-H-A-P, tax credit that either you or the previous owner may have applied for, and that can give you sort of a temporary pause on your property taxes for a period of time. So look into that. We're happy to help you learn more about the CHAP tax credits, but it's really for those people that are rehabbing houses in Baltimore City. But where I was really going is you want to look at, say you're looking in Harford County, for example. Harford County has 3 distinct towns. You have Havre de Grace, you have Aberdeen, and you have the county seat in Bel Air. Each of these local jurisdictions within those town limits. So does that mean every Aberdeen house or Havre de Grace house or Bel Air house gets charged additional taxes? No, but those within the town limits have additional property taxes assessed. So you're going to want to discuss this with your real estate agent. Our team is, again, happy to help you out with that and make sure you're learning the total true cost of what it's going to be like owning a home here, or even renting for that matter. Like, heck, if you're going to rent somewhere, you may have to pay parking fees for your vehicle, especially down in Baltimore City. So really drill down, find out those costs, guys, because we'd hate for you to move. And honestly, we'd hate to lose you here in the state of Maryland. Now, this very well could be the most important one, okay? And you might want to replay it over and over. Marylanders have an accent, and I want to share with you the words that Marylanders, what the actual word is and how Marylanders say it. And then secondly, there are multiple places that if you don't know how to say the town name, you're going to look like a total outsider and not fit in. Think of when people say Louisville, okay, in Kentucky, and if you don't say it correctly, you know that this person is an outsider and they're not from around here. The first town that people screw up on all the time is Towson, which is Towson. And it's located in Baltimore County. You've heard me speak about Towson many times. Many people will call it Towson, like a tow truck, T-O-W, and then S-O-N. It's not Towson, guys. It's Towson, all right? The other one that I think comes up all the time here in the Baltimore metro area is Ellicott City. You'll hear people call it Ellicott or something different, but typically it's just Ellicott City, and it all flows together. Now, let's move on to our accent. And it's a screwy one. I don't know where it came from. I just grew up with it all of my life. Some common words that we sort of put our own spin on are water. A lot of Marylanders call it wooder, including my own mother. Wash is often called wash. You're going to hear R's added to a lot of the words that we say. What other ones? Ocean. And you'll hear people say, is a common phrase. Hey, hon, you going down the ocean this weekend? That's very common. So hun is a term of endearment. So don't take offense to it. That's just typical what happens here in Maryland. All right. It's our way of opening our arms and greeting you. But ocean is being, instead of O-C-E-A-N, it's being pronounced O, then hyphen S-H-I-N. Last one. And it's another place that I forgot to mention, and it's the whole premise behind this channel, is Baltimore. You've got multiple ways of pronouncing this, and all of you locals that are watching this right now, chime in. You know what I'm talking about here. You will either hear Baltimore, or you will either hear it as one word, Balmer. So, my friends, give us some grace. Learn our lingo, learn how we speak and talk, and hey, who knows, maybe you'll adopt the Maryland accent. But those are really things that you're going to want to make sure you don't kind of put your foot in your mouth. Don't call Towson Tosin. Look, I'm already doing it here. But in any event, hope that helps you. Let's get into the next few topics here for you. All right, next thing you should know as a local is prepared to get kind of raked over the coals by the state of Maryland. I love Maryland, but Maryland is an expensive place to live. So we have high property taxes. If you're purchasing a home, you're going to find that out real quickly. Our income tax rate is elevated, but it's not the highest that I've seen for our state income tax rates. You've got tolls everywhere. I'm sure they're going to start putting toll lanes in for sidewalks. It just seems like a joke these days that every time you're going outside of your house, you're running and paying some sort of toll. Speaking of vehicles, I just shared with you, my son, he just turned 16, got his first car. Okay. True story. Went to register his car, and car registration fees have gone to the moon. A 2-year registration for many years was $140. Now it's like $360 or $380. So guess what? You get to pay that within 30 days of moving here and becoming a resident of the state of Maryland. Oh, thank our Governor Westmore. He did that one for you. Other stuff, HOA fees, insurance costs, those sorts of things. You're going to want to make sure you look into those depending upon where you move. But guys, look, I am being totally transparent and saying that you've got to have your wallet with you when you walk out the door. I mean, even like parking meters. Like if you go into any of these towns like Towson, Bel Air, downtown Baltimore, you're going to have to pay fees to park, whether it's at a meter or in a garage. And again, the whole point of this part is just to tell you it's pricey here, and put a little cash in your pocket because you're going to need it when you're going out. Real quick, if you're finding value in this video, I would greatly appreciate your help and support in growing this channel to become the #1 channel all about living here in Maryland. And if you would just do me a simple favor, hit the like button down below. It's the one that looks like a thumbs up just like this. By doing that, you are helping me on my mission to make this the #1 channel all about living here in Maryland. And again, guys, look, if you need immediate help, we are ready and we want to help you, but I need you to reach out to us. The best way to get a hold of us is to schedule your own personal one-on-one Zoom appointment, again, using the link down in the description below. By doing that, we'll be able to hop on a Zoom call, get to know each other, find out what your needs are, and more importantly, line you up with the perfect place, with the perfect timeline to meet your needs. So with that said, let's get back into it. Again, 2 more things you really got to know before making your move here to Maryland. All right, the next one you got to really think about is the culture and community that you're going to become a part of. And I'm going to say a blanket statement, and Marylanders could get pissed, the local ones that are watching this, but here's the deal. When you first move here as an outsider, and clients have told me this when they've moved here, it sort of feels a little cold. Like people don't want to talk to you. People don't want to mess with you. And you're going to see a lot more of that the closer you get to the city. Okay. And it's nothing against people in Baltimore. It's just everyone's busy and you don't see the same faces each and every day in Baltimore City that you may see in the outlying areas, in the suburbs, in the less densely populated areas of Maryland. So #1, don't take offense to it. We just some of us just keep to ourselves and just do our own thing. But if you're looking for a more welcoming experience, the smaller town that you move to, you're probably going to get that experience a little faster than you would, say, if you were to live in downtown Baltimore. Now, I'd encourage you to find a point of connection in the community, whether that might be kids in school, sporting events, or sports that your kids might be enrolled in, or even intramural sports if you're doing that. Other things that you could get involved in. I mean, there's a whole slew of activities out there. So just really sort of put yourself out there, get involved in the community, and when people finally open up to you, you're going to be like, all right, I really like it here in Maryland. Now, one other thing that I want to talk to you about is Maryland as a whole. And one thing that drives me bananas, okay, and I should have really included this in the last segment, but I'm going to say it here, is our state flag. It is, you see it right here on my hat. There's nothing like it out in the U.S. And one thing that drives us bananas, especially me, is if somebody's hanging this flag upside down, meaning the red and white are at the top. So if you do decide to buy a Maryland flag and hang at your home, make sure you put the black and gold at the top when hanging it on your flagpole. Now, the final thing you should know before making a move here is you really got to get to know the community you're going to live in. Whether you're being relocated and you're going to live right in downtown Baltimore, or you're going to live in one of the suburbs, whatever it is, you really got to jump in with both feet and learn everything you can about the community. When it ticks, when the trash days are, who the mail carrier is, all of it. Things I suggest you do. Join local Facebook groups and really get a sense of the community beforehand. You can just search any town here in Maryland, and I'm sure there's a Facebook group for it, or Reddit community. I want you to visit this particular area that you want to live in at multiple times during the day. And then I want you to come through on the weekends and see what the weekend vibe is like too. Because the last thing, again, that you want to do is spend money that you saved your life up for to purchase a home here, and then you get in the neighborhood and you're like, this neighborhood sucks, or I don't fit in. I want to move. I want to leave. Maryland's terrible. Nobody wants that to happen. But again, by doing these extra little things, and yes, my friends, you may have to make a separate plane flight to come here, and your job may not cover it. School may not cover it. Okay. I'm telling you, spend the money, go do it. We'll meet you. We'll take you through these communities so that you can get a real sense of what life is like here in Maryland, and more importantly, what that community that you're going to choose is like. So you can look on our YouTube page here. We do vlogs inside of communities. Go through, check out those towns. We're going to be expanding that and doing even more, so stay tuned. More of those videos are to come, and really get a sense of it. And that way you can sort of go online. Okay, this community looks all right. Now, knowing what I know about that, let me go deep dive in. Okay, the Facebook groups I'm a part of, I'm seeing what I like. And then before you know it, you're going to find the perfect spot for you. And we'll help you in identifying that and making sure you have the right fit. So my friends, look, I just share with you all the things us local Marylanders really wish you would know before moving here. And we want to just welcome you with open arms. So if a move to Maryland is in your future, as I mentioned before, my team and I would love to help you out with your transition. But we need one thing from you. We need you to reach out and connect with us. So give us a shout, shoot us a text message, send us an email, or better yet, schedule that Zoom appointment if you haven't done so using the link down in the description below. Until the next video, my friends, stay safe. We'll talk soon. And I'm only a text message or email away if you need anything. Have a great day. Bye-bye.